frequency. QRZ, the frequency, 222.1. Bozo Net, beaming toward the Bay Area, specifically at Santa Cruz, K6MYC, Bozo Net. Again. Oh, okay. Very good, Russ. You're a little low in frequency there. That should be a little better. You might want to bring it up just a little bit in frequency. Let me give you a little chatter here. K6 Kilo Lima Yankee, K6MYC. Good evening.
Good evening. You sound just fine up here. How do I sound down there, over?
Well, you sound fine now.
All right, just checking in up here. Not much going on. 6 meters still hasn't opened up to these guys off of Charlie Echo 0, but I'm sure it will. K6 Kill 1.
Oh, I didn't know somebody that's Easter Island.
Juan Fernandez Island. There's the expedition there. They've been working in South America and into Europe and some Africa, but we haven't got them up here yet. Over.
Oh, Roger, Roger. Hey, Russ, what's the date today?
Okay, GMT is the 13th.
That's what I thought. Okay, thank you.
Yeah, that's GMT date.
Yeah, that's what I want. Oh, you had somebody fix the 220 antenna, did you? Did you lose me? 111, I'm here. Yeah, I said, did you have somebody help you fix the 222 antenna?
Oh, no, 222 antenna is not the problem. It's the stepper on 40 and 30 meters. I got a guy coming on Saturday or Sunday, depending upon the weather, and we'll get it fixed. Over.
Well, for a while you had a broken feed line or something here on 220, but you might have fixed that a month ago or so. Over.
Yeah, we fixed that back around Thanksgiving.
Yeah, Roger, okay. Well, good to have you in here this evening. You recovered from the Super Bowl, obviously.
Yeah, the last overtime was quite exciting.
Yeah. Unfortunately, you don't want it in Mahone's hands in that situation, however.
Yeah, that's for sure. He's going to be a rough king to kick off the top of the hill there. Over.
Yeah, he's got the magic, the magic stuff, and he had some guys that could receive too. I mean, all of a sudden, everybody started to catch the ball. Anyway.
Roger. Well, next year, as they say. Okay, I'll be out here and help you out if you need some help copying some guys up this way, K6KLY.
Well, I think if they had this year under their belt playing that game, the 49ers would have run. They got a little tired. I think they got a little bit worn out, and they had certainly some injuries, which didn't help at all. Anyway. That's coming up, a very good little team there. So they've got their stuff together. It's a very good team and a good coach. So that's the main things that they need.
WB6JNN.
Who was that?
WB6JNN.
Yeah, good evening, Jim. WB6JNN. Good evening. How are you doing?
I'm doing fine. I got the new transmitter going here.
Oh, is this the new transverter?
Yeah, this is the new one from Ukraine.
I'm sorry, the new what?
The new one from Ukraine.
Yeah, all of a sudden you got a massive flutter on you, and I can't copy. I guess that's the new unit from Ukraine. I think that's what you're saying.
That is correct.
Hey, Mike, this is Frank 86. That's okay. JNN is saying he's got that new transverter from Ukraine. You're coming in good.
Was that aimed at me or Mike?
I was aimed at Mike. I was just telling him about your new transverter. Hey, good evening, Paul. I hear you down here. Sorry, Jim. Yeah, I hear Paul up there in Placerville. Good evening, Paul. 86, that's okay? You sound good down here. Not as strong as usual, but I still hear full copy here, and I'm sure JNN can hear you as well. Thanks, Paul. 73, 86, that's okay.
Yeah, let me see if we can get a little more signal from you, Paul. I just got you written in here. You're not quite readable at the moment. W6 or K6 Whiskey India Sugar K6 MYC. Is that any better?
An interesting double. Anyway, Paul, I hear you fine. WE6 JNN.
I don't hear Paul here at all.
Well, you're about an S5 to 6, something like that.
B6 JNN. Give me a little more chatter. Boy, the band is just up and down here. I'm rotating back and forth, and I get to one spot and you go away, and then I go to a new spot and you come back over.
Okay, you sound good. You're almost 20 over 9 on peaks. You're really strong tonight. Really good signals, Mike. Anyway, it's quiet around here, and it looks like we're going to get rain on Wednesday, but it's been quiet and a little bit sunny today, but it's on the cool side. Anyway, is that enough chatter, Mike? Go ahead.
Yeah, that's good, Fred. You're a little off frequency now. Your machine is drifting, but that's okay. I know you will correct it now. And you're very strong here, so I'm quite surprised I'm struggling. You're very strong and steady, and Paul is very weak. I can hear him, but I haven't got any copy on him. You can tell Paul he's checked in. I checked him in here, and I'm copying Jim, and Jim gets very strong, and then in 3 seconds he's very weak. So it's very, very full of QSB here this evening. Anyway, good signal from you, Fred. I think this is as good as I've heard you, so maybe you pointed the antenna right this time.
Yeah, thank you, Mike. Thank you, Mike. Yeah, and Paul, if you hear us down here, if you hear me down here, Mike says he has you checked in. Anyway, K86, that's okay.
I got you now. I'm clear up to Mount Diablo here, way up north, a lot further north to get you today than normal. Your transmissions were so short and I couldn't hear you at all, so I didn't know where to start moving. But that was a better transmission. I got you checked in, of course. Anybody, have you heard anybody else up there, Paul?
Yes, the usual pair and player KA606 and A1PPP, and good evening to the other Jim, W6B2L, 5x9 here.
The same here, Paul. ahead, Mikey.
Yeah, I got you. I'm just writing you in here. He gave me 3, of course, you and 2 others, so I was just writing everybody in. Over.
Okay, yep, I forget that you have to pause to do that. That's bookkeeping. Very good. Good signal over here. You're about F7 to S8 tonight. K6NYC, W6PQL, be listening.
Yeah, good signal here, too. Well, the problem is that the pen, I don't have a clipboard in here. In the barn, I have a clipboard, and even that moves around sometimes, but the pen, the big felt pen I'm using, pushes the paper, and that's why I have to hold it down with the other hand here. If I had a boom mic in here, I wouldn't have to do that, but I prefer the handheld. It's much handier for me. I got so many things I got to do and move in and out and back and forth, and different rotator controllers for different bands, etc., etc. So the handheld mic is handier. But it is sometimes a problem when I get 3 or 4 check-ins. It takes me a little bit to write them in. And I'm trying to write everybody on the same line. When I write your call sign in, I can't spot. I have to put my finger on the spot that I'm writing if I'm going to go. If I lift the pen off the page and start halfway through a call sign and lift the pen back off, I can't get it back in the same place, Jim. It's really getting bad. Over.
Yeah, you need a secretary, huh?
Well, I'm working on it. All the guys are getting their stations up to par, and little by little they'll come on and help me more and more. Rob's helping quite a bit now. He's keeping a backup log over there. The only band he's not on is this one. He's got capability, but he still doesn't have any place to put the 220 antenna until he gets the tower up there, and that keeps getting delayed by this, that, and the other thing. Anyway, you're sounding good. Are you going to try and work number 52 tonight?
Yeah, we'll take a look for Steve. I do that at 8 o'clock, and I do that on 1296 also at the same time, just up 10 kilohertz from here. So I'll let you know. If you're not still here on 222, I'll let you know on 6 meters.
Okay. Roger. We haven't heard you on the HF band, so apparently you've been busy in the morning.
Yeah, like today I had a doctor's appointment, and that was in the morning and just the same time, so nothing I could do about that. I was planning on getting on. I heard you on 20 meters on Sunday, but other things were going on at that time too, so I couldn't stay. But tomorrow's okay. I don't have anything planned for tomorrow. The problem is remembering. If I pop it into my calendar, I'll remember.
The only problem with tomorrow is Bob up there in Olympia won't be there. He works 1 day a week. He's still a child psychiatrist, and he has a few clients. So he does work at that job 1 day a week on Tuesdays. He'll be back Wednesday, though. Tomorrow morning, well, not tomorrow morning, sometime through the day, I've got a crew coming in to finish up a little bit of the work they did on the water. Piping repair. They had to put it in the walls and take it out of the concrete, or not take it out of the concrete, but disconnect all the stuff that was in the concrete and put it in the walls, and they forgot to cap off one of the old pipes. So they got to come back in and do that. It won't take long. But that's about the only thing I've got planned for tomorrow. Frank should be here. Let's see who else is here. If anybody left in the Bay Area that we're missing here. How about Ed? Are you there?
Yeah, WA6AXX.
Okay. Good evening.
Yes.
Who was the other one?
I'm going on here.
Success.
I heard there was a game yesterday, but I don't know anything about it, so that's about it. A6NYC, WA6AXX.
Okay. Somebody else was underneath you. Who was the other station?
KW6S. 96.
Yeah, okay. I'll come back down your way. Tom, we call you first on this net, by the way. You're the first on the list because you're as far south or as far south below west as I go. There's nobody else that I need to go further south for. Anyway, good evening, Tom, and I'm doing good. I got my mind scattered 60 different places. Yeah, WA6AXX. That's right. Jesus, forgot to write. I better write it down before I forget it. And you said something, but I missed it because it was two transmissions at the same time, and you and Tom are close enough in signal strength I didn't get it. You said something other than something about the Super Bowl, over?
No, only, is that what it was? I was just saying there was a game yesterday, but I don't know anything about it. That's all.
Oh, well, that's okay. We know the game if we watched it, and a lot of us did. That's why the net started late yesterday. I didn't start the net till the game was over, and it went into overtime, and it lasted another extra half hour. Should have been off and clean, done up, and ready to go by 7:30, but it went to almost 8 o'clock. So I got a late start yesterday, but we made up for it, and everybody was fine. Anyway, very good. Let me get it over to Tom, and I don't know whether you connected today, Tom. Let me get down your way here. That should be closer. Is that better?
Oh, yeah, that's big signal.
Now, did you ever connect up with Lee to find out what happened?
No, I haven't. I'm guessing it's some kind of feed line, but we need to probably set up kind of a test plan to get the coax isolated, and you get the spacing with the other antennas isolated, and try to actually compare two antennas, use these old antennas as a comparison. It was pretty telling when the little two-band whip in the rafters of the garage was the same signal strength. But yeah, I'll keep trying to see what we can work out there.
Yeah, I forgot about the proximity thing. That's not the real problem. We still should have heard him, even if the antenna was barfed up a little bit. It would never destroy the performance that bad. It has to be a bad feed line with a short in it. Maybe it's got an intermittent short. Something that only shorts when he transmits or something, over.
Yeah, it's hard to say. He was making some regarding the SWR, he's making some comments that I didn't really quite follow. You know, when somebody says there's a SWR glitch, you know, it takes a little digging before you kind of figure out what that is. And you and I were talking, and if it's in the coax or out at his tower or something, it shouldn't be that bad, because I think he's got 50 feet roughly of the RG8X, and at 432 I think it's going to be pretty hard to get a bad SWR on the end of that unless it's pretty close to the radio.
Well, no, he should be he'll see it if it's open. He may not see it if it's a small VSWR change. There's not that much loss in the stuff if it's only 50 feet. Do you have a hank of coax that he could take over there and just quickly replace it? Well, he's probably he's a new ham. He doesn't have the big junk pile of coax like I have, over.
You know, I was going to go and look today, but I haven't. I've got a bunch of RG213, but I don't know that that's the real thing. I've got some LMR 400, or not LMR 400. Well, I might have some LMR 400. I have to take a look and see what I've got. But I think I have some LMR 240, which is better than the 8 at that frequency. So, and just the fact that it's a different piece of coax should make a big difference.
Yeah, just any coax. It doesn't have to be the final one, but it would be helpful if you put the piece you put on there. You don't have to do it again and again and again. But yeah, LMR 240 isn't that bad. It's small, but it has the loss of RG 213. Anyway, okay. Well, I'm sure you'll sort it out. We'll see you tomorrow on 1296. Let you go, and I'll move on up the chart here.
Yeah, very good. And Lee may be back on. He was on the 10-meter net that I just got off of, and he'll probably be on the 6-meter net later tonight, so we can gang up on him there. K6MYC, KW6S.
Okay. 7-3 for now. We'll see you on 6 meters, Tom. Okay, that went up to the top here. See if there's anybody else left in the Bay Area. Bay Area, 222.1 before we go to Oakley, K6MYC.
Well, you came way up there, Mike, K6KLY.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on here. I think the antenna's pointed right, but the paths are different tonight than normal.
Yeah, you're 20 over 9 right now. All right, let you go up and catch RO, K6KLY.
Roger, roger. Okay, N6RO or W6SSW doesn't have 220. It's got to be N6RO or nobody, K6MYC.
K6MYC, N6RO/nobody. Loud and clear tonight, Mike.
What do you mean, clear?
Huh?
Go ahead, I'm listening.
Oh, nothing really to report. I spent most of the day in bed recovering from the 2 overnighters in the contest. We'll see you on 6 later, N6RO.
Yeah, okay, very good. For some reason, and I got plenty of sleep, but I was tired today. I almost slept through the net tonight. I fell asleep in front of the TV watching news, and I slept right on through. I watched Jesse Waters and Hannity, and I slept right through Hannity, and I was halfway into Gutfield before I woke. I was almost a quarter after. Well, it was 20 after 7 before I woke up, so I must have been really tired. I don't know why. I didn't do anything, and I slept well. Anyway, we'll see you on 6, Ken. Thank you. N6RO, K6MYC, going up to Sacramento.
Good evening, Ken, WA6OIB.
Yeah, hi, Ken.
Beautiful signal tonight. Just wanted to say hi. 226 is here now. Good evening, guys.
Yeah, Ken, you're louder than Mike.
Oh, sorry about that.
Did you work, Ralph? I heard you down the band.
Yes, I did. I worked well. Had a good signal tonight. So you can add him to your list there.
Yeah.
Good evening, Mike.
Yeah, good evening. I was adding him when you were talking there. Okay. Yeah, I can hear you. I could tell you were on. I figured you were working, Ralph. My antenna must have moved or something here. So everybody's about 10 degrees to the north from normal. So I'm off of, I'm probably not on Ken fully either here. That's probably why you beat me. That's okay, though. It's perfectly okay for you to have a better signal.
Well, we work hard, you know.
I know we do. Okay. Anyway, let's see. The next one would be KJ6KFB. And this should be pretty close to Darren there, KJ6KFB. Darren, I wonder if you're copying on 222 tonight. KJ6KFB, K6MYC. That's not right. KJ6 Whiskey Foxtrot Bravo, isn't that right? I don't know. All of a sudden I lost his call. And where's, how about Bill? Go ahead.
Blizzard, KO6KD776.
Good evening. And welcome back. I'm glad you're feeling at least good enough to get on here. I did not hear Darren, so I don't know whether he didn't make it tonight or what happened there, but got you in here in pretty good shape. And did you get any sleep today?
A little bit. Things did settle down later today, and I did talk to Mom this evening, and she sounded much better. So I'm having a difficult time at this point even staying awake. So if you call me and I'm not around for the 6-meter net, it's probably because I'm sitting here asleep in front of the radio.
Well, I'll try to wake you up. I'll be calling toward Sacramento, toward Redding also, so we'll be making quite a bit of noise in your direction there, over.
Okay, so you'll be doing that shortly then, Roger.
Two people talking, say it again, Bill, and then I'll pick up the other one.
Okay, well, hi, Ken. I'll be curious why you listening there. Have not heard from Darren this evening. Have not heard from him this evening, so, what?
I hear you, Doug, KC6RCM, hang on.
Okay, so anyway, I'll see you on 6 meters, 7-3.
Okay, you have not heard Darren, right?
That is correct. I have not heard him. I heard him earlier, about 2 hours ago, but not since then.
Okay, we got Doug on frequency. Jesus, Doug, Happy New Year. I haven't heard you for months. Hopefully you're okay up there. KC6RCM. I forgot your number. K6MYC, over. 296, okay. Did you hear it or look it up?
Oh, I've got it right here.
Well, he was loud when he first called in. KC6RCM, try it again, Doug, try it again. I'll try to find a peak on you, over. You're not holding it long enough for me to find you there. I just started to get your signal coming out of the noise there. Try it again, Doug. Try it again, over. KC6RCM, you should be somewhere between here, and I'm going to go to here. Any copy here? Then I'm going to go up to here. Any copy here? KC6RCM, K6MYC. How about here?
KC6RCM, you copy me, WA60IB. Yeah, you're good copy too. KC6RCM, WA60IB. You're up for me and you're down for Mike at the moment.
Check me in, please, Ken. Thank you.
I hear you fine. I was just, you were down, and I was trying to get a peek on you, but you're not talking long enough. How you doing, and what you been doing for several months that we've been missing you, and I wished you Happy New Year, over.
Yeah, Happy New Year to you, Mike. Not much, same old thing here. Good to hear you, and Dave is here as well. I'll let Dave check in. Go ahead, Dave.
Yeah, I'm on PPP, K36.
Well, we got you, Dave. Good to hear you 2 nights in a row. That's amazing. I had you checked in already because you talked to Paul earlier, over.
Yes, Roger. That's cool. Yeah, Mike, it's good to hear you again. 2 nights in a row is pretty good for all the signal out here. And you're back in here, so that's
going down in the hole again. Anyway, Doug, good to hear you. Hopefully you can make it more often now. Thank you very much. KC6RCM, K6MYC. Boy, it's up and down for them. He's gone again.
Yeah, he's gone here too.
Okay. Well, I didn't hear KJ6KFB. He would have heard me somewhere in through there. I did get Bill. Now, let me go up a little further here. Anybody else for 222 in the Sacramento area, kilowatt 6 Mike, Yankee, Charlie, and company, over. Nothing heard, okay. That's Nevada, I guess, Ken.
Okay, I'll head up there too, WA60IB.
N7 Whiskey Tango, KE7UQL, K6MYC, calling and listening. Yeah, KE7UQL 272. Good to hear you here on this band. We missed you, of course, on the others, but I guess you're still snowed in there. Good to hear you, Daniel. Stand by and see if Ken is copying WA60IB. Go ahead.
Yeah, KE7UQL, WA60IB. Good evening, Daniel.
Good evening to Ken, WA60IB, KE7UQL. Good to hear you, over.
Yep, you're a little thin tonight. About an S2, over.
Roger, thank you. Yes, you're a little bit more than that, over.
Okay, Daniel, have you heard Larry tonight yet?
Negative, no, never heard any other station at this time, over.
Okay. I'll give him a few more calls here. We're a tiny bit early for Larry. KE7UQL, N7 Whiskey Tango, N7WT, N7 Whiskey Tango, K6MYC, kilowatt 6 Mike Yankee Charlie's and company, calling N7 Whiskey Tango, N7WT, K6MYC, calling and listening. Awful quiet there, Ken. Let's just stay here and chat a minute. It's just 8 o'clock now, so we got a little time here.
Yes, sir. Went up to the big auction on Saturday and had Grady's estate there. Oh my gosh, there was so much stuff. The auction went all the way at past 5 o'clock.
Oh boy. Did you pick up anything useful there?
Yeah, I got a few things. I wasn't really expecting to, I didn't want to, but there was just some good stuff that I could use, and the prices were just unbelievably good. Some of the new HF transceivers, like a Elecraft K3, went for $300. That's a $1,500 radio.
Wow, yeah, good prices.
Excellent prices. All of the, he must have had 30 or 40 220. Oh, I got 3 1296 transceivers too. You know, they're FM, but they're I had to buy 3 of them for $1.
Holy cow.
Two of them are like new, and the other one looks like it's been used a bit.
Well, as long as it still works, it should be a good thing. I don't know. We don't have a 1296 transverter, I mean a repeater anymore down here, do we?
Well, I've got one. It's but I'm going to put it back in service up at Meadow Lakes.
Yeah, okay.
I had it on Bear, and Pat shut it down, so I'm going to grab it and put it over on Meadow.
Yeah, okay. That might might be a good comm thing, a kind of a private comm line. If you can make it so it's on generator, then we're covered if we lose power or whatever.
Yeah, you're right. That would work great.
I'm thinking of it kind of as an emergency back channel.
Yeah, well, it'll have generator backup and everything. I'm going to put it in the Beckman building.
Yeah. Obviously, these 9700s play on FM. I've just never put mine on FM except for a test carrier.
Right, exactly. I use it on chicken end of the repeater and whatnot, you know, on the Sunday net. But other than that, that's the only time it goes to FM. I did check into the 220 Condor net tonight for the first time in a long time, so they're still going strong.
Oh, that's good. Listen, it's only got about 10 minutes before I even think about going to 6 meters. I can check you in if I don't get back in time, but Matt didn't get home till just a couple of minutes ago. He's probably fixing dinner. I'm going to see if I can go grab a little something to eat. I was really hungry, and he didn't show up tonight. He obviously had a very, very long day at work. So I'm going to go in and see if he's wrestling something up, and then I'll be back in here with it. But I may be gone for 10 minutes or so. Anyway, if not here, I'll see you on 6 meters. Over.
Roger. I said I'll stick around here while you're gone and give Larry a couple of calls and see if we can bust him out before you get back.
Yeah, that'd be good. Okay, I'll just leave the speaker open here so I can hear you in the other room and monitor. I'll come back in here if you hook up with anybody new.
Okay, very good. Bon appetit.
Bon appetit. Thank you.
KD7U2L. Good night to Ken and Mike. 7-3.
Yeah, you're really loud right now, Daniel. Thank you.
Yeah, good evening, Daniel. Take care. Thank you.
Roger. Good night, KD7U2L.
Good time to call in. 7WT. How about it, Larry? Larry wasn't in here last night either. He must be worn out from the Super Bowl.
Either that or he's got a headache from pounding his head against the wall for them losing.
Yep, something. All right, I'm going to be in the other room for a couple of minutes.
Roger, I'll maintain vigilance here. N7WT, WA60IB for the Bozo Net. You there?
Yeah, WA60IB, this is K6WIS. Good evening, Ken.
Well, good evening, K6WIS, WA60IB. How are you?
Oh, just fine, thanks, Ken. You're far about down.
Yeah, well, you've got the same signal. You're about S7 and a little wobbly, so we've got one of those paths over. Oh, okay, wow. Well, your signal's holding in there. It's about S6 to S7, but like I said, it's a little warbly. Well, nice to hear you. How's everything going? Yeah, boy, it was nice today. I was out in it quite a little bit, so, right. Now I've got to go up to the hill tomorrow. I've got to go to Meadow Lakes. Might have to go to Esham tomorrow. I don't know, but it depends on how the day goes. But I'll be up in the hills tomorrow, so I'll get a little bit of snow, but not a lot. It's all melted by now. So, but I'll be up in the hills tomorrow, up around 5,000 feet. So,
let's see what happens. It's an early work day because I normally go on Wednesdays, but Wednesday we're going to the farm show down in Tulare, the International Ag Show, so we're going to go do my work a day early. Okay, Paul, very good. Good to hear you. Thank you much. Talk to you later then. K6WISWA60IB. Bye-bye. N7WT, N7 Whiskey Tango, WA60IB. Over. November 7 Whiskey Tango, A60IB, calling over. N7WT, November 7 Whiskey Tango, N7WT. You there to see
Reading Larry, N7WT, WA6 Oscar, India Bravo for the Bozo Net, over. Anybody else out there for the Bozo Net, WA60IB? Pretty quiet out there. N7WT, November 7 Whiskey Tango from Whiskey Alpha 6 Oscar, India Bravo, WA60IB, Northern Columbus, over. N7WT, Larry. November 7 Whiskey Tango, Whiskey Alpha 6 Oscar, India Bravo, calling, over. WA60IB, I'm going to switch over to 6 meters and check in with somebody over there so I can, I have to get out of here in a few minutes. K6MYC, WA60IB. WA60IB, Delta Mike 06, QSY to 6 meters. K6MYC, K6MYC, K6MYC and 7WC, over. K6MYC, K6MYC, K6MYC and 7WC, over. November 7 Whiskey Tango. Looking for K6NYC or anybody else in the Bozo Net. And 7WC, over. Okay,
Yeah, there you are. You're not very strong. You're in my noise, Mike. You're in the noise. I've got real bad noise level tonight. But I do hear you in there. K6MYC, N7WT, number 657. Over. Roger, you're down also 5 and 9 here. You're 5 and 9, and Richard should be on the air tonight. Richard should be on the air on 6 meters. Also, I believe Dale will be there. We'll see you on 6 meters and 7WT, 73C on 6. Over.